Hi folks, Larry Winget here, back with another episode of Ask Larry Anything, the series where you can actually ask Larry anything. A lot of people have been responding with some great questions. We're going to get right to those, but please know this, all you have to do is write info@larrywinget.com. And please do join the YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook at Larry Winget fan page. Let's get right to these questions. I've been a big fan of yours ever since I read People Are Idiots and I Can Prove It. Over the years, I've used your approach, figuring out the result I want, then breaking it down to get there, and avoiding things that get in the way, and all with much success. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. When it comes to one problem, though, I really am an idiot and I can prove it. I spend way too much time online and I can't find the willpower or the motivation to stop. Here's what happens. I'm having coffee in the morning, checking my email, then the news. So far, so good. But I don't stop and get to work. I start clicking links, surfing around. And before I know it, it's late afternoon and I've wasted my time and my boss's money. It's especially bad when I have a hard problem at work that needs my full attention. It doesn't make me feel good about myself, and I want to nip it in the bud. What do you think? I think you're a thief. Yep, you heard me. You're a thief. Listen, if you're doing things at work that you're not being paid to do at work, you're stealing, you're robbing from your employer. Now, you understand that, but what I want you to think about from this point on is every time you catch yourself doing that, you know that you are a thief. That's a negative word people don't want to accept about themselves. And you know that what you ought to be doing is refunding your boss, refunding your company from the money you are stealing from them, because you're doing something you weren't hired to do and you weren't paid to do. Most studies say that people today with a computer in front of them spend about 2 hours a day surfing the internet, just like you're doing, but it sounds to me like you're more out of control if you start in the morning and before you know it, it's late afternoon. You're doing more than 2 hours a day. Stop doing that. You're a thief. Do the right thing. Go to work. When you go to work, have a very specific agenda that you know you need to follow, which does not include checking your emails and surfing and doing all that sort of stuff. It's never acceptable. Every time during the day you catch yourself doing anything that you're not paid for, stop and tell yourself, I'm a thief, I'm better than this, and I'm not going to do it anymore, and get back to work. Just stop doing it. You don't need the motivation to stop doing it. You don't need the willpower to stop doing it. You just need to stop doing it. Don't be a thief. Think more of yourself than that. Next question. Thanks a lot for answering these questions. You're welcome. Here's one. How important do you think studying is at the university or high school level for achieving goals in life and becoming successful? We get all this advice from teachers and parents and everybody that says there's no future without a good school education or studying at a university. I think it's bullshit. If you educate yourself, if you read good books, if you go to business events, and if you work and da-da-da-da-da-da, you'll be fine. I'm 21. I have a little company. We serve companies, have plans for enlarging our business. We want to be successful at what we're doing. I just don't think studying at the university level or high school level gives me any useful business information. You know, here's my opinion on that. It doesn't matter what I think, doesn't matter what you think. Yes, I do believe that you can go out and actually get enough information. Listen, in the last 20 years, I've read over 4,000 books. 4,000 books that cover about every topic that you can possibly imagine. Books on leadership and sales and customer service. I believe that you can get an education all on your own. The trouble is, most companies won't hire you with you walking in and say, look, I read all these books. I don't need to graduate from high school. I don't need a university degree. Every study tells us that people who do graduate, first of all, high school, come on. You got to graduate from high school. If you don't, you're just looked at as an idiot, and that's because you are an idiot. You've got to graduate from high school. And every study tells us that people who do make tons more money than people who don't. Same applies to people with a college degree. On average, they make more money than people who don't get a degree. Do I believe that the degree taught them everything they need to know to be successful in life and business? No, I don't believe that at all. I don't do anything in life right now that I learned while I was in college. But here's what matters. The rest of the world places a value on that. And you're playing by their rules, whether you want to play by their rules or not. You are. Now, if you already own your own business and you're successful at it, then do just what you're doing. Keep going out there and going to business seminars and reading good books and asking other people what they're doing to be successful. If you're already in business and that's the path you want to take, good for you. You don't have to have a university degree to get rich. However, on the whole, people do need to go to college and they do need to go to high school if that's the path they choose, because for the most part, those people make more money than people who do not get a degree. I don't think that college is the answer for everyone. I certainly think if you don't have a plan, you don't go in the military, you don't do a lot of those things, that you should go just to get the discipline down of going to class, turning in your work, and doing those things. The discipline alone that you get over the 4 years that you're there is enough. So, just 2 questions today. These have been running way too long, and I'll do them more often, but we're going to do shorter little segments. I hope you've enjoyed these. Remember, write in info@larrywinget.com. Thanks so much.